Good morning, chat. We are starting a little bit late. Market is open. ES is above the VWAP, 100 MA, 200 SMA. We are starting ripping up. NQ 30 minute is above the VWAP, ripping up currently. Nvidia is starting 1.2% down. Tesla starting 1.3% down. Google starting a low up. Microsoft up 0.3%. Meta up 0.3%. Good morning. Apple is up 0.75%. Netflix is up 1.7%. We have a pre-market high of 24,553. See what this wants to do around the NQ 30-minute VWAP. I'm expecting around 30 minutes of volatility, and then it'll probably subside a little bit. Because everyone's going to wait for the FOMC interest rate decision from Jerome Powell, the Fed chair, at 2:30 p.m. That'll probably be an hour-long press conference, by the way. I am planning on streaming it. So far, wake up, straight back down to that pivot point. About to tap the VWAP. Let's go. What's up, Chaos? What's up, Miguel? What's up, Toby? What's up, Norman? Good morning. News before we get going. 8:30 a.m. U.S. housing starts. U.S. housing building permits. Housing starts change month-over-month. Building permit change all came in a little negative. Fairly negative. We have news at 10:30 a.m. EIA crude oil inventories. Then at 2 p.m. the very big decision. U.S. interest rate decision. FOMC rate statement. And SEP. Fed median rate forecast, etc. And then the press conference at 2:30 p.m. And then Trump speaking at 3. Trump is in the UK, by the way. And also, China tells tech companies to stop buying Nvidia's AI chips. So that's very, very crucial. And Nvidia is down 1.25%. We're getting a bounce on that pivot point, 24,526. I also expect lower volatility until the Fed rate. Yeah, this first 30 minutes should be pretty volatile. Pretty good. 15-minute opening range closes in 13 minutes. If you guys haven't already, smash that like button, follow the channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm live every day trading NQ futures at 9:30 a.m. We are back on the grind. Back on it. We're falling below the NQ 30-minute VWAP. See, we have that pivot point to the downside at 24,487. Nvidia falling, Tesla falling. ES still looking pretty strong, at least for now. Falling below the NQ 5-minute 20 MA. We are still gapped up, by the way. We closed yesterday's gap, but we're still gapped up from the contract switch from September to December. 24,307. So we're gapped up 200 points still. Nvidia down 1.8%. In a little time. ES is looking more bullish than NQ right now. Nvidia is falling because of that China news, so that's to be expected. Bitcoin is down 0.5%. ETH is down 0.1%. Solana is down 0.75%. XRP is down 0.2%. Doge is down 1.25%. NQ futures are negative right now. ES is wicking down that VWAP. About to tap the pivot point. Pre-market low is at 24,456. Pump lives Scotland. Love Scotland. Morning, you trade FOMC? Well, we are trading every day, no matter what. And even off stream, I still trade. Okay, the NQ 30-minute 100 MA 100-day moving average is at 24,481. Kind of coincides with that pivot point. ES is trying to pop. Video coming lower. It's definitely more bearish. ES is really having a hard time. Pretty bearish wicks. It's still propping above the VWAP 100 MA 200 SMA though. Give me a little time. I'm probably going to take a stab at this at the 100 MA. It's free. Appreciate the follow. Appreciate you. The only thing green right now is Apple up 0.6%. Apple is shipping the iPhone in 2 days. iPhone 17. Netflix is up 1.7%. Alibaba up 1.2%. A little lower. I wanted to flush that pivot point a little bit. Wouldn't mind if the ES tapped the VWAP as well. That would give a little better prop zone. Will be going against trend at least to start. This could waterfall all the way to that pre-market low. Remember, we are still gapped up 200 points. So this is definitely a more risky. It would be better to definitely be shorting those. That might be all it has. It may pop to the VWAP now. I'm in with 5. See what it wants to do. Down 100. Up 50. Up 130. Up 200. A little more. Taking 4. Beautiful. Rotating, rotating, rotating. I wasn't going to hold that unless the ES flushed to the VWAP. If it was down here when it did that, I would have held. Goldman Sachs raises China's 2025 GDP growth forecast to 4.8%. I'm telling you, the Fed's only going to cut a quarter point, 25 BPs. People are already saying the Fed has to be mindful of inflation or rate cuts. If it does not hold this 24,481, if it does not hold the 100 MA, we're likely going to that gap fill. I would like them to pump it up. A lot of people want this to come down, especially before that rate decision. Volatility is gonna submise in probably 30 minutes. It may last to 10:30, maybe, if we're lucky. Trump is in the UK, so that news could push it. Push the volatility a little bit. What's up, Peaches? Bro, thinks this long won't get stopped. Well, it didn't. You can't take these longs. I just did. What is your leverage, dude? I'm trading PropFirm accounts on NinjaTrader. PropFirm accounts connected to NinjaTrader. Was in with 5 mini contracts. Little different strategy. First hour, 30 minutes, I start with 5 contracts. Plus, with these PropFirm accounts, you need to get quick profits and get them going. Either blow them or move on. Now, if you want to slow burn it, if you're only trading one account, then it makes sense to start with one. Do the infinite averaging strategy. Just maximize the stop loss. Like I was doing before. ES tapping the VWAP. It's very close to the pre-market low, 24,456. RSI for the ES 1 minute below that May. Williams R 128 on the ES coming down. Same with the NQ 30 minute. It's definitely a very bearish chart. ES is getting a bounce on the VWAP. No P&L on screen. This stream is going professional. I like it. Appreciate it, Zero. I definitely wanted to simplify. Most people have no idea what even this chart is, so you add just so many different elements and they have no idea what's going on. Now I should and will create an overlay. ES flushing below the VWAP, trying to hold. About to tap the 100 MA. 200 SMA, 200 simple day moving averages below that. Very weak. 15-minute opening range closes in 3 minutes. OH, I'm in short on ES of the opening drive because of strong B signal on yesterday's volume profile. I like the Jerome Powell close. Good afternoon. Appreciate it, Miguel. What's up, Em? What's up, Todd? ES getting a bounce off the 100 MA. Google flipping green. MicroStrategy flipping green. Appreciate the file, Peach. I would like that to just go right before the pre-market low. I mean, it's 10 points away. It's good enough. I was hoping it would go like right here, and then I would pop it. Still may go to the ES 200 SMA, and then bounce. Betting against this Nvidia news. China restricting major tech companies in China from not buying Nvidia chips. Going against that is pretty risky. NQ 30-minute VWAP is at 24,510. It's rejecting that pivot point again. 24,487. It does still have bullish momentum, even though it doesn't look like it to the outside. Just waterfalling down. What is it now? 70 points, 80 points. But it does look like it wants to pop. They could just be manipulating up a little bit, faking in the longs, but I definitely did not expect them to nosedive. Still don't. We could be in for a V-shaped recovery. I'll be looking for it. Bitcoin is diving. Okay. ES fell below the VWAP again. I haven't heard of Pengu. Yes, tap the 2-hour SMA. MicroStrategy's coming up. Google's coming up. The Dow Jones is up 0.5%. The dollar is up 0.1%. If they liquidity sweep down, I'll probably be in. All right, 15-minute opening range is closed. We're popping. ES having a nice bounce on the 2-hour SMA. Tap the 100 MA VWAP again. Thank you. 30 minutes still below the 100 MA. ES is trying to pop. Nvidia is tanking though. Palantir down 2%. GameStop down 1%. Alibaba's up 1 3/4%. AMD flipping green. QCOM is down. QCOM is up 0.4%. Adobe is up 1.3%. About to tap that pivot point again. There's that bounce. AQ 30 minutes above the 100 MA now. You guys talking about meme coins. Cat's focused on meme coins right now. ES pumping pretty hard. Could be in for a V-shaped recovery. Pulling that pivot point. Google flipping red. Kind of a liquidity sweep up. ES is above the VWAP 100 MA 2-hour SMA. Climbing above that. Could create a lower high though. ES is green now. 0.05%. NQ is about to tap the VWAP. NQ 30-minute VWAP at 24,508. It also coincides with the 21 exponential moving average on the NQ 5-minute chart. BOC rate decision, actual 2.5%, forecast to be 2.5, previously it was 2.75. Bank of Canadian cuts to 2.5. What'd you guys vote on the polls? Think it's coming up or down? Ooh, YouTube short stream thinks it's going down. The regular YouTube stream thinks it's going up. Battle of the minds. It's about to tap the NQ 30-minute VWAP. VWAP. There it is. V-shaped recovery. ES is already close to doing it. Hasn't quite did it. Man, my intuition is there. I just don't execute on it sometimes. Right here, I literally said I wanted to wick down right before, then do a V-shaped recovery. What's it doing right now? Gotta follow the gut. It's rejecting the VWAP for now. It's pretty close to doing the V-shaped recovery. I'd be surprised if it didn't. Putin held a call with Indian Modi and discussed Ukraine. So far, it's rejecting the VWAP, the 21 EMA on the NQ 5-minute chart, while we wait for a trade. The European market synopsis: European shares edged higher on September 17th, recovering from prior session losses as investors positioned cautiously ahead of the U.S. Federal Reserve's interest rate decision. The European Stock 600 index saw a modest uplift, though sentiment remained tempered by skepticism toward the ongoing equity rally. Asian market synopsis: Asian stocks traded mixed on September 17th, with a cautious prevailing ahead of a Fed policy announcement, leading to retreats in major indices like those in Japan and South Korea. Japan's Nikkei approached record highs, buoyed by positive trade data, while broader MSCI Asia Pacific Index dipped slightly after a string of gains. That's the synopsis for the European Asian markets today. ES has fulfilled the V-shaped recovery. NQ likely to do it. We also have that pivot point up there. 24,527 is a pivot point. You guys noticed the ES created a V-shaped recovery. I'm bullish on the NQ doing also, but my entry is garbage right here, so I'm not going to take it. Should have executed on my thoughts. Since I didn't, we are sidelined and sitting on hands until I like something. Little divergence between the ES and NQ right now. ES creating a higher high, lower low, higher high. NQ, higher high, lower low, lower high. Still above the VWAP though. Tapping it now, actually. We're working through the VWAP, tapping the 20 May. What do we think, chat? What do we think? ES fulfilled the V-shaped recovery. Do we think the Nasdaq will do it as well? It's likely to. It does not mean it has to. Probable. Probable. Doesn't have to. Doesn't have to at all. Very bearish wick on like 5 minute. Short it. No. Nvidia is still trying to fall. Tesla down 1.3%. Amazon's down 1%. Microsoft down 0.5%. Meta down 0.9%. Palantir now down 1.4%. Costco flipping green 0.2. AMD 0.25% green. Trying to flip green. Tap in that 5 minute 20 May. Could reject here. We are 15, almost 30 minutes in the market, 25 minutes, 26 minutes in the market. I'm expecting volatility to surmise in the 30-minute to an hour range. Maybe it'll hold till 10:30. Maybe it'll hold past it if Trump starts tweeting. He is in the UK. We'll see. Ooh, big wick down from the ES. Google flipping red. Video coming lower. Tapping that pivot point. Tapping the 100 MA on the 30 minute again. ES tapping the VWAP. Bitcoin trying to come up, and that matters because the S&P 500, the ES futures follow that. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. Google's trying to come up. ES is still holding the VWAP, which is bullish. Everything's just looking so weak. ATR average true range is at 15.8. The VIX, the volatility index, is at 16.22, down 1% for the day. I think they're manipulating it up. That little bounce on the pivot point. We're flushing down. ES rejecting the VWAP, 100 MA, about to tap the 2 hour SMA. We'll see. Could create a double bottom here. Unlikely. Probably gonna flush. We'll see. Has a chance of holding. Looking worse and worse though. ES is trying to bounce. Google falling lower and lower. Google's down 2%. 0.2%. Google's down 0.2%, not 2%. 0.2%. Nvidia is now down 2.3%. Let me make sure I'm not against the news. Except for a Trump tweet. I think a lot of people are betting on this coming down. And you know what the market wants to do when that happens. About to flush the pre-market low, 24,456. Could create a double bottom of sorts. ES is still above the 200 SMA, but below the VWAP now. It should waterfall. Should. A lot of shoulds. Google trying to come up. Yes, rejected the 200 SMA. Trying to hold. Let's get the VWAP where it's at. 24,501. Inside information on the FOMC. It's defending Val, just broke the Val. Called it at 5:15, but did not take action. Same. Actually different. Right here. I was thinking of taking a long once a liquidity sweep right here. You were thinking of shorting right here. I was not even close to thinking of shorting up here. Especially after the ES creative V-shaped recovery, the Nasdaq loves to mirror it. And it probably will throughout the day, but I'm expecting a V-shaped recovery. Usually follows, doesn't always, but it usually does. Right now, it's super weak. ES falling below the VWAP 100 MA, 200 SMA. My gut has been on, I just have not taken action. Sometimes it happens. It is what it is. Right here should have been a full ride, at least to this pivot point. And then right here, I should have rode 10, 20 points. A little hesitant. It's not always a bad idea, especially during the FOMC week. But more risk, more reward. Morning masonry, Has been very busy. Wish I was trading. Appreciate you, Kyle. What's the target? I am expecting the Nasdaq to V-shape recover, but it does not have to. The only reason I'm saying that is because the ES V-shape recovered. The Nasdaq has yet to. It has not V-shape recovered. See. Also, a lot of people are betting the market's overextended at all-time highs due to people speculating that there will be a rate cut, and we'll see today. It should be at least 25 BPs, but some are speculating half a point, which would be very bullish. But if he only cuts 25 BPs, the market's kind of just gonna come down a little bit, maybe pump up to start, get all the longs, all the shorts liquidated, and then go. Get all the shorts liquidated and then go. Market loves to do the opposite of news, at least to start. Get everyone liquidated, and then make the move. 25 BPs is kind of going to be I would expect a lot of consolidation as well, but most of it's going to do it in post pre-market. Also, it could fill this gap. If he does no rate cut, this gap's getting filled. I mean, it's kind of edging towards it right now. 24,305 from the September to December contract switch over. We are gapped up 165 points. OH, yeah, it didn't fill that gap yesterday. That gap is from 2 days ago. On September 15th. Volatility is starting to surmise. 10. About what I thought. It looks like it's gonna pop up. Could be wrong. We'll see in a minute. Up 200. Could be a little fake out. Only looking to ride about 10 points. Up 240. Does not have to go. Could easily tank. Easily. ES is below the VWAP 100 MA. ES is starting to pop. Let's see. Not good that the Nasdaq's not following. Bearish wicks as well. Down 200, down 3. Okay, looks like it's going to liquidity sweep down. RSI is getting pretty close to the MA. Just a minute. Down 7, down 8. Down 5 points. We're starting to build a little consolidation zone. Looking for a pop-up. There it this. A little more. Come on, pop, 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 pop. Liquidity sweep up. Let's go. ES is trying to go. A little early, but still there. Down 200, down 1. Down 80, up 15. Down 5, down 7, down 3. Bulls and bears are fighting. They might liquidity sweep down first, which I would not like. He has to start a tank. Down 1,000. Man, the bullish momentum is there. They're just getting subsided. We're really trying to go. Down 8 points. If they don't go soon, then this thing is going to liquidate pretty hard or stay in this consolidation zone. Google's coming down. Down 10 points. I think it's going at least to the 50% of the big gap. Yeah, possibly. Long term, long term. I mean, it could liquidate very fast. Some news comes out, some insider info, it goes down. I am going against trend right now. Trend yesterday, trend today has been down. Go, 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 go. If you guys are enjoying the stream, smash that like button, follow the channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I am live every day at 9:30 a.m. EST. Again, we are back on the grind. ES is trying to pump up. Google really needs to come up. Nvidia is starting to come up. It has a chance. Down 4 points, down 2 points, down 100. And with 5 contracts long. ES starting to pump up. I'm just looking for a little wick. Up 60, up 80, up 100, up 2, up 3. A little more, a little more, a little more. Go, 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 go. Sweep up, sweep up. That might be all it has. Down 3. Not good. Problem is, with this consolidation zone, they'll probably want a liquidity sweep down. They really need to go. Up 40, up 80. Come on, sweep up. Liquidity sweep up. Let's go. Go to that pivot point. Down 100. The video is trying to come up. Up 60, up 2. Go, 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 go. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Sweep. Go, go, go. It also could V-shape cover, but I'm not going to hold for that. Alt a chance. ES, RSI is above that mag. Go, 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 go. It's a hard hold. Up 3, up 4, up 5, taking it. Good enough. Since volatility is surmising, I'm switching from 5 to 1. Negative R&R. ES is below the VWAP 100 MA 200 SMA. To be fair, that could be the bottom. It could V-shape recover very easily. ES looks very weak. Google down 0.5%. That was a very high risk long. I'm in with one short. That could be a liquidity sweep, but ES is tanking right now, so I'm betting on the Nasdaq doing the same. We'll see. Google's coming down, Nvidia's coming down. Up 50. The are in a consolidation zone of sorts, but the ES is tanking pretty hard. See if the Nasdaq can follow. Start with 1. Weekly looks amazing. Could be a cool off period for the weekly. It does look alright. The daily looks very weak. 4 hour looks very weak. We'll see. Up 10, up 20. We're only with 1. Just looking for like a 10, 15 point liquidity sweep down. ES is trying to bounce. Google trying to come lower. Nvidia trying to come lower. Netflix is up 1.4%. Up 100. A little lower. I want it to liquidity sweep that bottom. Go, 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 go. And on the hotkey, it's going to be quick. Could be a double bottom. Could be. They're trying to push the ES down again. And there it is. Scalping 160. That's all I wanted. Just a little liquidity sweep at this bottom. Scalping, what is that? 8 points? 9. Are you trading news? King, what news? The FOMC? Are you talking about am I sticking around trading the FOMC at 2:30? That is the plan. We'll see. I should. Atlanta Fed GDP now index little change at 3.34%. Alright, let's recap the market yesterday. We did the synopsis for the Asia European markets. Now let's recap yesterday. First, we have the low of day at 24,446. Also, the ES did a V-shaped recovery early. The Nasdaq did not fulfill the V-shaped recovery, so it may want to do that. This is a low volatility consolidation zone, but then it might just start trending up. Slow consolidation trend up. It may do that. We'll see. Very low volatility though. Everyone's anticipating and waiting for this news at 2 p.m. The interest rate decision. Will the Fed cut 25 BPs, a quarter point, 50 BPs, half a point, etc.? My bet is on 25 BPs. We'll see. So the synopsis for the US market yesterday. US stocks closed lower on September 16th in choppy trading as investors grew cautious before the Federal Reserve anticipated rate cut decision. The S&P 500 and Nasdaq, after touching intraday highs, pulled back modestly, with the Dow experiencing a sharper decline amid broader market hesitation. That is the synopsis for yesterday's market. Fear and Greed Index for the stock market, 57 out of 100. We do have news in 10 minutes. News in 10 minutes, so be careful. EIA crude oil inventories. That is the last news before the U.S. interest rate decision, FOMC rate statement, and then the press conference with Jerome Powell, merch, at 2:30 p.m. Then supposedly Trump speaking on Fox News at 3 p.m. supposedly, but he is in the UK right now. Indian Prime Minister Modi looks forward to welcoming Russian President Putin to India later this year. I'll watch for higher lows. Did we get to watch this thing go to 30K? Crypto Fear and Greed Index is at 53 out of 100 neutral. Can we talk about how I literally pretty much practically called the bottom of Bitcoin? At least temporary, short term. I mean, literally. I was in long at what, 14 or no, what is, no. I'm on the 30-minute chart, hold on. Where is it? I was in long at 108,000. I called Bitcoin touching 106. It didn't quite do that. It did 107,277, and then we had the pump up. Right there. The little box. And I did take a position. I did not hold it though. The leverage was insane. 24x leverage. Holding all this time. It would have been worth it. All hindsight. I did time the bottom though. If it was a spot position, obviously I would have held it. Beautiful, it's a beaut. Dude, appreciate the follow, appreciate you. Nvidia just slowly going down after that China news. If you guys don't know, China restricted Nvidia from selling to companies. China basically told their top tech companies to stop buying chips from Nvidia. So that is why Nvidia is currently down 2.7% today. Tesla's down 1.7%. Google's down 0.8%. Amazon down 1.5%. Microsoft down 0.2%. Meta down 1%. Netflix down 1.6%. Trying to pop up. Low of days at 24,446. We have that pivot point up top. 24,486. The NQ 30-minute VWAP is now at 24,496. It looks like it's going to flush lower. The ES is coiling, kind of. It's coiling down, still downtrending, but it's kind of coiling up, especially this RSI. Kind of coiling. Better to wish you would have than wish you didn't. True. True. Two trades on Bitcoin and I'm up 150%. I mean, you can't really be mad at that. ES is trying to pump up. MicroStrategy flipping red. We're about to flush the low. Nvidia trying to come down. Google coming down. Google's almost down 1%. Low of day at 24,446. ES does look like it wants to pop, but everything's just so weak, I'm not going to bet on it. Malad says, trading on a white background is wild, Chris. How can you take that? Be careful with your eyes. True, true, true. Little change of pace. Alright, we just flushed low. Alright, let's get some trend lines going. This is just a downtrend consolidation of doom. We'll saw off, push low, caps up. I do agree, prefer the black background. Yeah, we'll see. I'll test it out for a couple streams. This is the second stream. If I don't like it, we'll go back. We'll see. Test out for a couple more streams, probably the rest of this week. We only have 2 more days after today, and I'll switch it back. If. See. 1, 2, 3. Probably gonna push this down to the trend line, if not all the way down to that pivot point. This is a pretty big consolidation zone. Trend down by the Nasdaq. Consolidation zone of sorts from the ES. So they could really liquidate this hard. Waterfall. So far, we're down 100 points from the high of today at 24,540. The buyers of the volume profile down here will get liquidated and we'll go back, we'll go down. What's up, Ahmad? It's gonna go to Ahmad. 20S. Yeah, I wasn't streaming a mod for like 2 weeks. We're back now on the grind since yesterday. ES is trying to prop up. I don't really believe it though. It's trying. Could go back to the 100 MA VWAP. Could start trending up too as well to do that V-shaped recover. We are gapped up though, 150 points from 2 days ago. Bitcoin is down 1%. ES looks like it wants to fly. All indicators are kind of calling for a pop. And it's trying. RSI rounding up above that May. Williams R128 oversold coming up. Thank you 30 minutes starting to pop up. Google edging up just ever so slightly. The VWAP and the 100 MA on the 30 minute are converging. They're at about 24,490. ES flushing down. Google's trying to come up. At least for now. Palantir is down 3.2%. AveGo down 3%. I think it will retest the old zone, retest 6,660. Testing it now. It's very weak. ES is still trying to pop out of this consolidation zone. We'll see. NQ futures is currently down 0.35%. ES futures is currently down 0.1%. The dollar getting close to turning red. The VIX is coming up a little bit. Volatility index is at 16.4. Up 0.3% for the day. What's up, Em? This is a banger. Are you going to get in a trade at FOMC? Possibly, Ahmad. Possibly. Probably going to be a pretty big wick. We'll see. It would be a huge, not gonna lie, yeah. Probably gonna be at least a 100-point wick. If I had to guess. Now, if it's only 25 BPs, we'll see. It could only be like a 75, 50-point wick, and then Jerome Powell talk. Then the market will try in a certain direction, and then do what it does in post and pre-market. I'm expecting this to liquidity sweep down one more time, then probably have a little run up. It may consolidate a little bit, just downtrend until that pivot point, and then go. Pivot point at 24,395. I'm probably going to take this as a trend line, though. We'll see. What time is the FedEx talk? Jerome Powell press conference at 2:30 p.m. EST. The decision is at 2 p.m. So we'll see what happens. The U.S. interest rate decision, FOMC rate statement ends up at 2 p.m. The Fed medium rate forecast, and then the FOMC press conference with Jerome Powell at 2:30 p.m. EST. Then also we have 3 p.m. Trump speaking on Fox. I'm gonna guess that gets pushed off. He's in the UK. Plus he doesn't like talking in Power Hour. He has before, but usually he wants to push it off. We'll see. He has to try and pump. Pretty nice wick on NQ 5-minute. Thank you for all the good work, brother. Appreciate you, Cal. Appreciate you. What's up, Peter? Good morning. How you are? Good. I'm good. What's the best prop firm for beginners? It really depends, but the one I use is TPT. I'm trying a different one. I've heard good things about BITUNIX, Funded Next. And then supposedly Apex is good. You just can't do, you have to really like dial into the rules. I personally phased out Apex, but people are like getting payouts till the third time, then they're kicking them off, stuff like that. And they're very strict, like very strict. So you really have to be in depth with the rules. Better ones are TPT, BITUNIX, Fund It Next. Top Step. And then there's a couple other ones that have been around for a while. You just really have to see which one aligns with you. I do TPT, they pay out the quickest, and they're the best by far. They're also a little more expensive than others, especially Apex, but it's all preference. A little less strict on the rules. That's a strong low now. They're trying to bounce. I think they'll come down one more time. It'd almost be better if they did it at the pivot point though. But the ES is trying to bounce. And it's getting out of the consolidation zone. Apex has trailing daily loss, which is awful. And they want video of your trades, which is just crazy. Yeah. Hold that. It's a fair value gap showing two-way signals. Could be the one time today where they do a double bottom. I'm going to say no. It's going to go to that trend line, but we'll see. Also, the ES could just waterfall here. This could be where they waterfall. Do I think it? Probably not. Volatility is really not there, but some news comes out. If they want to do it, they'll do it. US net imports of crude oil fell in the latest week to the lowest low in records going back to 2020, 2001. Very interesting. There we go. There she blows a little lower, please, sir. And no waterfall. No waterfall, just a little lower. Typo. Going down at least 2 to 3 candles down from there. Could. It would make sense to that pivot point. Would make sense. ES could waterfall here. It's having a hard time holding up on that MA. It's in neutral territory. Could have very easily come down. Belittle, Zay, appreciate the file, appreciate you guys. I think this is the bounce. We're still in a downtrend. Long is going to be a little risky.
Order submitted.
I'm only starting with 1, so I don't mind if it waterfalls all the way to the pivot point. This is starting to look like a waterfall though.
Order filled.
Alright, with 1. Tap of that pivot point. Tap of the trend line I'm at. Down 10, down 25. Up 10. See, we get a little pop from this trend line. Everything is starting to look like a waterfall, by the way. So this is a little higher risk. Up 50. It's a little pop here. Up 100. A little more pop, sir. A little more pop, sir. Give me a pop, sir. Up 70, up 80, up 100. 110. A little higher, a little higher. May not give it. Could be all she blues. Up 130, scalping 150. Beautiful. That is all I wanted. Now that could actually be the bottom, but I'm betting on this going to the pivot point. I'm not going to hold. I'm just going to scalp. In, out, in, out, in, out. Yes, this is looking good. Thank you. 30 minute could round up here. Think that's too early. We'll see. You filled right in the 50%. Good luck. Yeah, it is close to 50% of that gap. That is true. I don't really use that as any indicator though. I don't like do 50% of the gap. You see the gap here? Gap between these candles up top, down low. We're at the 50% now. I timed it, but I was not looking at this at all. I do not use this as an indicator. It could be something. Number 1 scalper here. We'll see. We'll see. Should have taken 2 more trades today, and honestly 1 more, but it's all hindsight and excuses. Excuses. It's always better to be cautious, not take a trade if you're a little unsure, than to take it. But my intuition is pretty on most of the time. Most of the time, unless it's a strange day. And FOMC week is unusual in general. Just higher volatility, a little more unusual price action, especially FOMC day like today. If you guys are new to the stream, enjoying the stream, smash the like button, follow the channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and also check out the merch, nomissedopportunity.com. There are no missed opportunities, only the next one. And become an insider. First access to videos if you do premium plus tier. Tap the YouTube, click join, and decide which tier. Become an insider. You get first access to videos, shorts, etc., etc. Content will start coming up. From Powell. I went short because of the B pattern on the volume pattern and big gap. To me, it was just telling me the gap was not being accepted. It's a PD array, ICT baby. I know it's filling the 30-minute fair value gap, so I think 20-point bounce. But what do I know? 15. It actually did a 20-point bounce. Now, little game here. 1, 2, 3. The 4th one usually breaks. On a trend line. 1, test, 2, test, 3, test. The 4th one usually breaks it. We'll see if it happens here. And that goes for up too. 1, 2, 3, then the break. Sometimes it does it on that third one. If it's very strong, it'll do earlier, but that is a pattern I've noticed. Usually the fourth one. 1, 2, 3. Grab my 18 points. Let's go. Good job, Matt. 5-minute RSI is looking like about to bounce. All right, we'll see if that trend line holds. This is the fourth touch. ES looks like it wants a waterfall, guys, so be very careful. And make sure you hold your own conviction. Nothing I do or say is financial advice. It's for entertainment, educational purposes only. Hold your own conviction. Do not overtrade. Do not FOMO. Do not get greedy. And there are no missed opportunities. Only the next one. Better to be disciplined, stay patient, and if you're a little unsure, you know, do what's best for you. But if I'm unsure, I don't take it. But there is also a such thing as overthinking, and you can get into that. I did break on the fourth one. Could be respected. We'll see. ES is trying to bounce. I don't know. This just looks really fishy. They could boomerang from here, but usually in consolidation, they liquidity sweep down. And in this instance, everything is so weak. Google's down 0.75%. Nvidia is almost down 3%. Nvidia currently down 2.85%. Tesla's down 1.6%. Amazon's down 1.6%. They might just hold it up, fake all the logs in, maybe have a little hope, and then wick it down. See. 100 points, 120 points away from the gap fill of September contract to December contract rollover. That is at 24,306. We are currently at 24,421. If ES gets close to PDL, now I'll be on the 5R day. Previous day low, 5R. Well, the previous day low is at 24,502. You're betting on this boomeranging up to 5, and that isn't a bad pivot point, to be fair. It coincides with the psychological 24,500. Honestly, not that bad of a pivot point. The low day of yesterday, not bad. Little above the 100 MA too, the VWAP. Okay. William says so. And you're correct on the fourth touch code, my bro. Spot on. Yeah, but it's not a prophecy, you know? Like in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it just went. It didn't break it. So it does not always happen. 1, 2, and then this will be the third. Then maybe it rounds up, breaks it. It's not an exact science. You just use every single indicator, every single thing, all the news, trading short term, midterm, long term. Use all of it to compile and see the thesis for today, and then act upon your intuition, experience, indicators. Just amalgamate the indicators and use it to your to get the best probable advantage over the market. And that's kind of what you do. Every single thing you can add to your stack that is beneficial. Now, obviously, you want simplicity, as much multitasking as you can handle, and operate at a decent level. I use a lot of stuff, a lot more than the general person. but there's quant traders and like hedge fund analysts that use a lot more than me. So ES is running, Nasdaq starting to run, ES tapping the 200 SMA, 100 MA, VWAP. Same for everything in trading, nothing work all the time, 100%. Experience is key, yeah. I hit my stop loss now instead for 3R. ES rejected from the 2R SMA for now. Google's starting to come down. Video's starting to come down. Netflix is trying to edge up. Palantir is down 3.2%. MicroStrategy down 0.6% due to Bitcoin being down 1%. Does not seem to be a lot of traders out there. I blew 2 account in the past on FOMC day. A lot of people avoid days like today, weeks like today, especially more advanced traders. They don't trade weeks like today. They don't trade FOMC. They just there's a good portion, not the majority, not most, but there's a good portion that avoid very high volatile news days, weeks. Very rare breed. Now it seems really scared to go in again. Yeah, really could pop either direction. ATRs staying steady at 14.2. What is the VIX at? The VIX is at 16.4. We're in consolidation, low volatility market, so everything's going to take a while. Everyone is probably going to get lunch right now. It's 11. Inverted hammer means halt to uptrend. If this prints black, sell, bro. If it prints doji, then a black crow, sell. Just wait, strong resistance and support still hanging in there. The breakout is going to be huge, so prepare for a feast. Everyone is probably going to get lunch right now, yeah. If downtrend continues, could go to 24,390. We have that gap at 24,304. I would guess that does it overnight. Might not do it at all. If Jerome Powell, I doubt he will. He's only going to cut 25 BPs, which is a quarter point. But if by the gods he cuts half a point, this thing does not have to tap that gap at all. It could during the news at 2 p.m. today. Just the wick could get it. We'll see. Five-minute ES right now feels still a little bearish. Yeah, fell back into the consolidation range. Now it seems scared to go in. Lower end of IB with watch list spread and a lot of try buyers. Could go to IB, mid, or waterfall. Yeah, there are a lot of buyers since 10 a.m. Alright, let me check the news. I haven't checked in a while. There is no more news on the diary besides 2 p.m. and 2:30. The Jerome Powell, the Fed, U.S. interest rate decision, FOMC rate statement, and then 2:30 p.m. FOMC press conference with Jerome Powell. Everyone's waiting for that. No news. Check for a Trump tweet. Appreciate it, Matt. ES does look like it wants to liquidate the RSI. Got below that May, below neutral territory. Williams R looks like it's coming down. Google will start to edge down. About to tie that trend line again. Pivot point right below that trend line at 24,395. ES wicking down. Williams, I don't trade based on what people say in the chat. I trade solely what I like. People do not influence me very often. Sometimes. But that's most of the time a coincidence because I'm already eyeing it. Appreciate it, Willems. Google's not at 1%, pushing down. ES starting to pop up. Could be getting close to a bottom. That could be it. Pivot point would have been better. Might be the bottom. Yeah, I know I'm out. This does not have to be normal though. Usually this would be pretty close to the bottom. Pivot point could be the bottom, but it does not have to act normal. This is FOMC day. This can do whatever the market makers want. Whatever the stocks want. Gotta remember also, institutional could be selling a little bit of Nvidia as well due to the China restricting Nvidia purchases to their top technology companies. So some institutional places could be slowly selling that throughout the day, just keeping it down. ES is trying to pop. I'm not minding what the NQ looks like either. Only thing a little hesitant on is Google looks like it's trending down. Nvidia looks like it wants to come lower. Pretty wide IB. I think long to the mid IB is safer right now, but definitely not a high probability trade either direction right now. IMO, yeah, no. I think one big push to IB soon, then consolidating between IB low and mid. Problem is, ES is so weak right now. Also, Google's holding this down, Nvidia's holding this down, and I don't see them letting go. Do you think waterfall liquidation? Soon, maybe one more leg down, but that honestly could be the bottom. The way ES is acting, there's a lot of coil here. They've tried to pop up once, now they're trying again. If this one fails, it's probably going down pretty hard. I don't think it will. It really depends what Google and Nvidia want to do. I think Nvidia is just going to keep leaking throughout the day, but it is trying to pop right now. Google is a little undetermined. Google is falling right now. It's down 1%, but if it starts edging up, NQ 30 minutes starting to look a little bullish. That candle is pretty nice, bullish wick as well. NQ 5 minute looks like it wants to pop. There are a lot of buyers on the ES though that have not been liquidated. On the NQ, most shorts already have sold out, especially short-term scalpers. So we don't really have to worry about that. A lot of people have been really burnt buying this, especially if you're not scalping like me. I'm starting to lean a little more bullish. Google's coming up, Tesla's coming up, Nvidia trying to hold. Also, I think more people are coming down. More people shorted this, so they're going to liquidate them. Probably go to the top of the trend line, top of the 21 EMA as we speak. 5 minute 21 EMA is at 24,453. ES tapping the 100 MA. Which ones on tech are most important out of the big ones? The most expensive stocks hold the bigger weight, or the other way around? I mean, the Mag 7 obviously. You know, Google, Microsoft, Meta, Apple, Amazon, Tesla, Nvidia, Palantir. I mean, they're the major ones. Alright, that's likely the bottom. I'm not going to stick around for this price action. I'm going to be back at a little before 2 p.m. I'm going to be back for the FOMC. I'm going to trade it as well. And then we're going to watch Jerome Powell. Also, all the news with Trump. If Trump takes that meeting at 3 p.m., etc., etc. So we're going to cut this stream off here and be back. If you guys are still going to trade, you need to pay very close attention to Nvidia and Google. Nvidia's trying to come up, but now got swatted down again, 1%. Nvidia is trying to come up as we speak. Nvidia is at down 2.5%, was down 2.75%. So also Palantir is down 3% as well. I will be back at 2 p.m. Pay very close attention to news. Trump is in the UK as well. I will be back at 2 p.m. for the U.S. interest rate decision, FOMC rate statement, and FOMC press conference with Jerome Powell. That'll be very key, very crucial. I'm expecting a pretty volatile wick at 2, so I'm going to spark it a little before then. I will see you guys next time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for tuning in. Also, check out the Jerome Powell merch. Link is below. Persevere through resistance. Do not fear the unknown. Do not fear missing out. And there are no missed opportunities. Only the next one. I will see you guys later today. Peace.